Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Enjoyed watching you yesterday. But Shannon, I'm going to start with you on this one.
Here we go.
You know, recently,
Hit 'em.
I think you gave him an A++.
A plus.
2+.
A lot of
Yeah,
pluses.
2 of them.
But after what you said yesterday, what letter grade are you going with?
He about to get a grade so low he gonna need a crane to pull it up. Yeah. F plus plus. Plus.
Well, at least that's better than F.
No, F.
Oh, like F minus, minus,
F is
minus?
just F. There's no plus,
No.
minus,
Okay, yeah.
just fail.
Okay, well, I'm giving him 3 Fs. no pluses, no minus, just 3 Fs.
You're a tough
Because
grader.
Skip Bayless, hold on. Your defense goes to New England, where Tom Brady has lost 18 games in a 19-year career. And you hold him to 13 points. Okay, look, guys, we're going to go in there. We're going to hold Tom Brady to 13 points. What you got for? Oh, we got this game in the bag. You give me 9 points. You give me 3 field goals. If Dak Prescott is average, that's all we need him to be is average. Hey, Skip, can he give us, his QBR? Skip say his QBR is like 82. Can he give us 41? If he give us 41, we win the game. Couldn't even give us that. Couldn't give us that. The guy that's leading in QBR, yards per attempt, passing. Ooh, he's the MVP. Mike, I read so many articles. I mean, you think I'm a law clerk. I got all these articles. Dak is the guy now. They're antiquated. The Zeke is running this team is done with. Nobody, Troy Aikman, Roger Staubach, Tony Romo, nobody is doing what Dak's doing, yada, yada, yada. I'm just reading. I'm like, wow. Well, Dak really doing it. Zeke, I'm sorry, Zeke. They might cut you after the season. And this is what I got. This is what I got. He put that on tape. We sent our A team. They didn't get the B team. They got Troy.
Oh, yeah.
They got Joe Buck. Aaron Andrews is there. They sent our finest.
The A team.
And this is what we got? Now, this game is going to do a huge rating. Probably 30 million. Probably the most watched game on football outside of the AFC Championship game or Super Bowl in 25 years. And this is what he put on my TV. This is what I had to watch. A guy that go out there that you tell me, he should be in the MVP. And that, after the defense gave Brady 13 points, Skip. That's what that defense gave up. 13. And they wouldn't have gave up that, but the block punt on the 12-yard line, Skip. And all you can give me is field goals. Now, that's twice that you've gone on the road against very good teams that's going to be in the playoffs. And all I need you to give me is 14. You gave me 10 in one game against the Saints, and you gave me 9 yesterday. Now, I'm tired of you beating these bad teams and thinking you're good. You see what happens, Skip? You know, the thing is now, I can cook. Does it taste good? Well, it tastes good to your taste buds. You see what the Cowboys are doing? They're beating bad teams and fooling people like you. They're making them think they look good. But when they run up against teams that's going to be in the playoffs, how they looking? Against Green Bay, against the Saints, against New England. Every team that's going to be in the playoffs, they call L's.
Okay, so I want to get this clear. What is it? Just a plain old F?
It's 3 of them.
3 Fs.
3 of them.
Okay, well, what does that mean, 3 Fs? Like it's below an F?
Yes.
Like it's like a
Like, in
P
case
or
you're
something like
wondering,
that?
it's actually F.
Yes.
4 times.
I told you, he's going to need a crane to pull it up. So, in other words, he's going to have to throw for 400 over the next 3 games and 5 touchdowns per game to get that up to a C.
I've heard enough of you. I want to hear from Michael Vick, because we have not heard from Michael on Dak Prescott this whole year.
To Dak's defense,
Thank you.
the inclement weather. It's tough to throw the football
Thank you.
in those conditions.
How did you do in those kind of conditions?
I didn't do well.
Okay.
Now, I will say this, and the reason why I give Dak a B-.
Wow.
Go ahead, take the card.
Oh,
I know it don't mean anything. And
throw
after your
people's
turn
notes
up, after
around
your
here?
turn up right there, which made a lot of sense, I still got to come to Dak's defense. But I will say this. When you play in a defense that plays man-to-man coverage, the majority of the game, and you have some type of running ability, that running ability has to show up.
Totally agree.
The grade could have been lower.
Yep.
I'm going to come to his defense. That running ability that you have, you take advantage of those guys when they turn their back to you on defense. And that could have helped that game in so many ways. Now, I thought Dak played winning football. The defense kept him in the game was close. But you recognize if it's a spy on that defense. If not, then when guys are covered, instead of trying to force balls in there, you pull it down and run. That could be the difference between y'all winning the game. And that's not being done enough. I think teams are going to continue to challenge them that way. If they see that Dak is going to try to force balls into tight coverage and try to make the miraculous throws, he can do it. We've seen it before. but he has to take advantage of his abilities, his God-given abilities, in order to be a game changer. That's what we need from Dak.
He's not that.
Game changer. So.
Because, Skip, you told me Pro Football Focus had Dak Prescott rated #1 on throws to first read. Mm-hmm. So what did Coach Belichick do? Take away the first read. Go to second and third. Yeah. And what did he do? If you the guy.
But just in those type of conditions, that needs to be the first thing in your mind.
Well,
I would have been giving me an A. You would have gave me an A+.
Was Tom Brady in a dome?
Nah.
Okay. He found a way to get it done. Skip, at my restaurant, you come, you get a dub or you get an L. You get a win or you get a loss. That's all you get at my restaurant. I took water off the menu. I took napkins.
You took water?
Because I want you to be messy. I want you to be messy when you eat this L. Oh, this chowder L that Dak Prescott and the rest of the Cowboys got.
Sounds like you got shut down by health services.
No water. What kind of restaurant is this?
Yeah, I don't know. So, Jenny Taft, just to prove this, I know this sheet's messier than the weather was up there, but what is that right there? What's
a little B-.
Thank you. I did B- like the great Michael Vick.
It's a good sign.
Because he deserved a B-
For what?
with the conditions.
Oh, my goodness.
You have to grade on some kind of a curve because what stopped Tom Brady, what helped the Dallas defense was the rain and the wind and the plummeting temperatures into the mid-30s. You can't get worse than those conditions.
Yes, you can.
Because
and then playing against the #1 defense, Sergeant.
It's a driving rain game long. It didn't just start in the third quarter. It started before kickoff.
Consistent.
And the temperatures dropped all the way to around 35-ish. So it wasn't quite freezing, so it's still wet. You know, it's still precip. You know, like it's not turned to snow yet or ice. It's coming down rain. And it's coming in sheets because it's blowing sideways. It's gusts up to 30 miles an hour. It's just impossible. I'm not going to get the soundbite again on Troy Aikman. I'll just tell you, I covered Troy Aikman. He's in the Hall of Fame. He despised having to throw a wet football. He just said, I'm out, man. I just can't do it. It gets heavy. Your grip slips. You lose. Like Troy prided himself on his accuracy, deadly accurate. And all of a sudden, you can't throw it straight.
I sure wish the coaches I had, when it was raining and it was cold, and I dropped
quarterback.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. I sure wish when I was playing and it was cold, it was windy, and it was raining, and I dropped the pass. I wish they would have said, I know the conditions out here is less than perfect. They say, catch the ball, Sharpe.
That's what I said to Jason Witten yesterday when he dropped 2 right in his hands. I had the Cowboys for 5 more drops. They came in tied for 3rd in the NFL in drops, and they dropped 5.
How many more bad throws you had to Dak down for?
Listen, it's so hard to throw the football in conditions like that. Like, you're a Hall of Fame. You're a Hall of Fame tight end.
Imagine trying to catch
Catching the ball was
trying to catch it.
Even more difficult. But to hit a guy on a 10-yard crossing route with a guy on his back.
Here's the other condition
in the rain,
got
it's not
strapped
easy.
with. He got strapped with the fact that Stephon Gilmore went nose-to-nose with the receiver who came in graded by Pro Football Focus #1 in the whole league. And Stephon Gilmore said, no, you can't have him the whole game. And it's just me. And I told you on Friday, you said, they ought to put Stephon on Gallup and they'll double Amari. Remember you said that? And I said, no, they won't. They'll just put him on Amari and say, you can't have him. He mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically took him out of the game. He shrank. He came up soft because he's got a soft streak in him. And at one point, he got so frustrated, he took himself out of the game and went and stood on the sideline.
I wasn't going to say that.
Yeah, just stayed on the sidelines. Like, I don't know, I just can't play.
Did you just call Amari soft?
Yep, I did, because there's a reason that John Gruden gave him away.
Hold on.
Got a first for him, but he was done with it.
If your guy's what you said he is, if you take away 1, I got 2 and 3, you got Michael Gallup. You say Michael Gallup is a great receiver.
Okay,
you say Randall Cobb.
Okay, but think of the psychological shock. This man can appreciate it. If you go into the game thinking, I'm going to get the ball to Amari, to 19, and for 3 quarters, you're just like trying to force your first look, first read. And they're really good. They can rush the passer, and they can cover better than anybody in the league can cover with their back 7. They're everywhere. It looks like there are 14 guys.
So what did I tell you? So in other words, Dak numbers is all about Amari. No Amari, no Dak.
Well, I told you
Amari
he changed life. He changed life.
He helps Dak. He's been a better
So how much
quarterback.
of that money he going to give Amari?
Okay, so what happened in the fourth quarter with little to no Amari, because it was mostly nothing.
Nothing.
Dak Prescott in the fourth quarter threw for 110 yards passing. That is really good. Do the math on that. 100 times 4 quarters. Ooh, that'd be a whole lot of yards.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.